What's up, Internet? We are back with Polina doing I Can't Quite Remember because it's been a little while. I apologize for that. I've been dealing with a lot of stress and stuff lately. As we go on, I guess I'll talk about last week because that'll be a great example of just the crap I've been dealing with lately. So last week, I think this is the way we have to go. Last week, I went to four different emergency centers, which was fun, because my cat had a bit of an emergency. And I should probably follow that up by saying right now, he's fine. Like, he's totally okay. I should have healed before I did this crap. We'll be fine, probably, possibly. But, yeah, so last week, I took a look at my cat. He was laying on my bed, and I kind of immediately thought he was foaming at the mouth. Like, I kind of thought he was rabid for a sec. Again, I want to stress he's totally fine now. But that wasn't the case. He's the sweetest cat ever and forever will be. I love my cat. But he had a lot of drool on his face because one of his teeth decided to up and rotate on him. Like, one of his big fangs decided to rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise, so instead of like curving backwards, it was curving inwards, and it was actually preventing him from actually closing his mouth a little bit. And he was clearly in a lot of pain. You could sort of like touch his back, and he would like he was very sensitive. You could touch his back, and he'd sort of like jump a little bit, like he knew he was not in the best of shape. He was actively trying to like attack his mouth to solve the problem on his own. And I think to a degree he did, because after we took him to the emergency place, which it's an emergency place, they told him they could take the tooth out, but it would cost an insane amount of money, and we shouldn't do that. We should take him to our local vet. But they gave him some antibiotics so he wouldn't get infected anytime soon, no matter what happened, which is good. That's an important thing. Our biggest concerns were, of course, is, he really hurting, and can he properly eat food? And after we took him to the vets, he effectively showed that he could eat food. When he got home, first thing he did was dump his face into the food dish, and it was a little awkward for him to pick up kibbles, but he did eat it, and he was happy. He just wanted to be touched after that, so he wasn't super sensitive. Like I said, I think he kind of handled the problem himself when he was actively attacking his face. I think he was severing the nerve a little bit or something. But we took him next to our local vet, which apparently had like a management change or something, because they were, from what we remember, very, very like nice, friendly people who did their job well. When we went there this time, it was like the most unprofessional situation I've ever had to deal doctors with in. The doctor spent less than 2 minutes in the room with us and didn't want to touch my cat, didn't say anything about my cat, really just said some generic stuff about teeth that didn't help anyone, and charged me for the pleasure of that, and charged quite a fair bit. And then before we left, he handed us an estimate of like $3,500 again for one tooth, so that was not great. After that, I decided to call a bunch of people, and I don't call people because I just find talking to people and interacting with people very, very stressful. That's part of the reason why I was a mute most of my life. But I called a bunch of people. We ended up going to like this country doctor, and this was a lot more pleasant. They actually cared about my pet. They made it very, very clear that their top priority was, talking to my cat, making sure he was okay, instead of just making sure we were effectively charged, which is good. And while he was being looked after by the doctor calls me and says, I might be in trouble, I'm not sure, which is something you want to hear from a doctor. But, it was this funny story about how the doctor was sort of looking over my cat as he was, there's a big giant in the background, which is a nice little bit of world building, but as the cat was on the sort of table being looked at by the doctor, and here's where we can't continue. I remember this bit. There's like just a giant sitting around. I thought this was kind of a neat little way to block a road. But as my cat was on the table being looked after by a doctor, he turns around and gets like an assistant just to help him, open his mouth, because he's a cat, and cats don't like having their mouth touched too much. But he my cat, I guess, just got annoyed with all the car rides we were giving him because he hates car rides and said, okay, screw this, and swallowed his own tooth. And he's since made a full recovery. Again, he's had antibiotics and everything, so he's not going to get infected or anything. But, yeah, that's the story of how I've been to, like, 4 different emergency places over this past week, and almost spent an absurd amount of money trying to take care of one tooth on my cat. I've had a bit of a stressful time recently, is the short version of this story. But my cat's okay, and that's the important thing. Can I heal? Yes, I can. And now we're back to playing as Opoona. I guess we have to go in here next. I vaguely remember this. Okay, there's some rocks. We're going to have to come back here as Opoona later. Bad grown-ups are teasing me. That's not nice. And Opoona, despite having the same OMP as Opoona, does not have the mining equipment. Alright. That's okay, we can go this way. And fight this guy, which this could be a problem, I'm sure. Time for a boss fight! As long as we can heal up and he doesn't one-shot us, we'll be okay. I hope. I hope we'll be okay. Oh, how much damage did we just take? We took a little bit, but I think we'll be okay. I'm gonna heal myself just in case. It seems like our teammates definitely are DD, but we've already kind of crumpled this guy, so we're good. You know, for a boss fight, that was pretty simple. And, you know, when we took my cat back from the doctor after he dealt with his tooth and whatever, you know, first thing he does, of course, by being a cat, is he dives his face into his food bowl and basically cleans it out. We did get a password, yes. Are the best. I don't remember the password. Shit. It's been a while. Damn it. Okay. I definitely got a password from your big brother, Joey. Ugh. See, this is me trying to skip text and get to, like, my text choice sooner, but I'm not allowed to. Okay. So let's just BS our way to victory. Argyagya! I think the Argyagya was, a Gyan-themed Arjaja, if I recall. Which is a fairly obscure suit, I think was from Double Zeta. Free! Yay, I'm gonna take everything now. Dalrock! I think that is a thing we need for... Used in battle, it has about as much effect as a rock. Okay. Hey, we got some Mistetta. That's good. Got an airbag capsule. And we got a popcorn kernel. Senseless letters. I think they're sensible letters. Paulina's probably not smart enough to discern what those letters are, though. Well, I kicked their asses, so whether or not they were playing a prank on me or not, we win. I think we gotta go back to town and talk to the guy now. I think is what we gotta do next. We really should go after Flamey Butt. Yeah, and that's why we attack Flamey Butt. And we got some experience. And a Vamp Shell core. Core? I think that breaks, though. Yeah, there's a 1 in 16 chance of breaking, which is unfortunate because it's a very useful core. It heals you as you attack, although I think we've already seen that in use before. I'm thinking about putting up a video on my GameCube collection. I've actually had the video chunk of it more or less done since September, but the problem is I wanted to get like footage of the games themselves. Being in sort of bizarre transit, I can't record a lot of things at a time though, so I kind of can't do that. So I might just have the camera stuff done. I'm not sure yet though. I did upload the camera stuff to YouTube, so maybe I'll have to take a look and just see how rough it looks, or if I really do want to have stuff over top of it. I'm not sure yet. But that's something I've been sitting on for a very long time, and I want to get that out there so I can work on the next one. But the fact that I'm sort of sitting on waiting for everything to move, you know, and the fact that I can't make this happen faster, I'm reliant on other people to get their stuff done so I can do my stuff, and the fact that I can't do that right now is, it's frustrating for me, really, so I might just end up saying screw it and putting it out there just because I want to have more stuff out there for more people to watch. Okay, if I recall, this guy is... Ooh, treasure shell. Yes, please. Why did I not grab that before? Opoona has an adorable face. Alright. I think this is where we have to go. We have to talk to this guy, I think. It was a doll rock, not a dolphin rock. You lied to me, you jerk. I'm gonna pretend I remember. That's not how you spell O. It's bizarre that you could tell me exactly how much my integrity increased by just by looking at me. Okay, so we gotta go back there because waste of time, fetch quest! Yay! Alright, let's go. I'll just have to fight another watchdog. No big deal, it's a big deal. We want to go to the Heelmabob station. Yes, please, Heelmabobs. Okay, EC Northern something 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 something. EC West Coast. So basically, we have to go back to exactly where we were a second ago to fight the same guys again, just because the plot demands it. I like this game. I'm not going to say it's the most well-made game ever, but I like this game a lot. I like this game enough that I bought the terrible Dynasty Warriors game that features Opoona, just because I wanted to play more Opoona. Actually, that's something I can talk about. I was playing that for a bit, and, you know, I don't care about trophies or achievements or anything. First trophy I get is one with Opoona's face on it. And bear in mind, I don't have Opoona unlocked. He is, in fact, the last character you will ever unlock because he requires you to max out, like, relationships with every other character up to that point. And it's like, really? You're going to show off this character that early and not make him actually usable? Really? Really? I was frustrated and I gave up at that point. Besides, it was more Dynasty Warriors. They didn't really make it better. They had some flashy stuff I kind of liked in it, but it's still Dynasty Warriors 2 again. And I really dislike Dynasty Warriors 2. The funny thing is, I really kind of like the Dynasty Warriors clones. Like, 99 Nights, Sengoku Basara. I really liked Blade Storm, which was a very different style, but similar kind of thing. You know, I like the Dynasty Warriors knockoffs, but I don't like actual Dynasty Warriors. And every once in a while, I kind of think about trying to go back into Dynasty Warriors and trying to, like, maybe now I'll enjoy it, maybe now I'm kind of in the right frame of mind. Because one of my biggest problems with Dynasty Warriors is it just feels very low budget, low effort, and low quality. And I'm sure a lot of people could make that same complaint about something like Earth Defense Force. You know, it's definitely a budget experience, although now they're charging premium for it, which kind of sucks. But, you know, effectively, it's kind of a similar concept of a game in the sense that it's not a game that gets necessarily any more advanced regardless of what version you play, really. They just add a few more features and make the weapons a little bit more flashy. But, you know, I'm okay with that. I like that game. It's dumb fun. You know, I like the EDF games. So I figured, you know, maybe if I go in with a slightly different frame of mind, I'll finally like Dynasty Warriors, and no, I do not. In the slightest. I find Dynasty Warriors to be really just offensively cheap feeling. And bear in mind, that's from Omega Force and Tecmo Koei. They're companies that actually have money. They could actually make some really advanced games. And to be fair, Dynasty Warriors 9, for everything it failed at, which it failed at everything from what I can tell, it at least tried to do something different. I'll credit it that much. But, you know, at the same time, all it did was try and chase a trend of making a giant open world and doing it badly. And from what I can tell, also homogenizing the rest of the gameplay by a wide variety, which is impressive that they managed to do that somehow. So yeah, Dynasty Warriors. I guess I'm just not the kind of guy who likes Dynasty Warriors. But I like the knockoffs that feel like they've got more effort put into them. Plus, Paulina leveled, so that's good. What is Paulina's level at this point? I think she started out much lower than the rest. Stats. Paulina's level 12. I think Opoona is currently 14. I think the level cap is 26. Now, I want to point out, I already checked the computer before. So, telling me that I need to do this again kind of is just annoying. It was a test. Because, like this kid is saying, these guys are just playing silly buggers with us. They just want to waste time. And now we'll have to fight more watchdogs to go back again, I'm sure. And it turns out that the guy we talked to at the beginning had the Dolphin Rock all along and just wanted to mess with us. Because we needed to establish that Paulina gets rather high leveled from a very low level in a very short period of time. So we're just going to spam really tough levels and hard boss battles. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, brain. Talking is hard. It really is. Talking in general is just incredibly stressful for me. That's why I didn't do it for my entire life, really. But you gotta do what you gotta do, and here I am trying to do it because I have to. Because I want to do what I enjoy in life. And if this is something I gotta do to do that, so be it. Now let's go talk to this guy and hopefully get our Porpoise Pebble. And if we don't get the Porpoise Pebble this time, I'm going to throw him out the window. Oi! Give me rock now. Hey, more integrity. I think the fact that my integrity is going up means I can actually go shop at like these individual stores in this area though too, which is good. Of course you do. Yes. If you tell me it's in that stupid cave, you're going in the ocean. Just be aware that's on the table. So, but, okay. So, he said that there was a bit in the place we were just at, but there's a person in the bazaar, which I'm assuming is the one down here, that's just selling it. If someone literally in your direct vicinity is getting you a thing you've wanted this badly, just get it? Why do I have to do it? I mean, I'll do it, sure, but... Yes, there was absolutely a kid in Rock Castle. Fine. Who wants to bet that's not the rock we needed? Because it's absolutely not the rock we needed. I hate all of you people here in this stupid outpost. I like that Paulina desperately wants to beat these idiots up. Done! I like this kid. He's actually helpful. Done. Screw all of you. I got the rock you all wanted. Haha. Alright. I'm somewhat trustworthy, apparently. What can I buy from this guy that looks useful to me? Not really much, actually. Not unless you've got something better. But I appreciate you that you're actually trying to sell me stuff that you say you're trying to sell me. And not random bullshit that's just a lie. That's kind of nice. I got you your piece of garbage rock. Give me the thing I need, or you're going in the ocean. I've had it with you people. This guy's been messing with me for the past, like, half hour. And I'm kind of sick of it. But he did tell me my integrity went up like 6 points, so that's nice. Shut up. He will not be excused. He's been messing with me. I need to save actual protagonist Kun with a rock. I can tell if you're lying. Now tell me the truth. Who told you? Well, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that's true. I can't remember. Okay, well, it wasn't Joey and it's not Sarit, so... Crayola. I like that if you get it wrong, they just chide you for being not trustworthy, I guess. I wonder if you get it right the first time, you get like an integrity boost or something. I genuinely couldn't remember. Hey, we got more friends, even though they'd never met Opoona. Okay. I mean, he did say he had Dolphin Rock, he just chose not to give it to me because he's a jerk. Alright, we can go to the Earth Prison. Nice. Interesting. It seems like he might be a vampire or something. I do need Shagla's help. Okay, so we gotta go to the Ocean Bottom Pass. Now, I'm gonna pretend to know where that is. I think it's where we've already been, but it might be that weird rock in front of that cave. Or it might be like that underwater passage in the cave. There's a lot of options. Oh no. Quick, Paulina, kill him. Because I'm pretty sure he's about to ruin everything for you. I don't want the save stand, I want the other stand. Why do we need 2 stands? Why can't we just have one that does both? I assume this is probably because, you know, the Healy stand needs to, you know, be paid to heal you, and they didn't want to charge you for saving. I would assume is the logic there. Also, I just saw a treasure chest I want. We must go get the treasure shells. Also, we now have purple bees. Or purple rivet flies, whatever. They look kind of vaguely like bees. No, I want the... Okay. Try this again. There's clearly a chest over there. This is how I get it. On a heart cookie! We can give that to Opoona and boost his stats later. But right now we're stuck to Opoona. Which is fine. But we can't use Opoona's stuff for Opoona. If we're not Opoona. So alas... Opoona must go without a cookie for a little while yet. And I haven't had cookies in forever. Kind of want a cookie now. What kind of cookie would I want? I don't know. I really like those double stuff Oreos. Those are good. Tim Tams. Tim Tams are awesome. Although they are technically imported goods, so they're very expensive. I once had these really nice cookies that I think were supposed to be like promoted by a hockey player, and that's why they were sold. They were called Flurries, and they were like lemon cookies with like lemon zest baked into them. They were really good. I haven't had cookies in forever. You know, I know this is a bit of a hot take, but I don't really like chocolate chip cookies all that much. I think chocolate chip cookies, as weird a statement as this might be, would be better without the chocolate chips in them. Because I think the dough and like the baked bit of the cookie that isn't chocolate is better, and the chocolate just kind of overpowers it. That's how I feel. And I'm a guy who likes chocolate. But I think chocolate chips overpower chocolate chip cookies. I don't really like peanut butter cookies all that much either. And those are like the only cookies my household ever gets to. It's like, well, on the bright side, I get to watch my weight a little bit, I guess. Not that I have to do that. I'm actually very, very light for my size. But I'm also like 6.5 feet tall. So, you know, I could stand to put on a little bit of weight, I think, if I needed to. But, you know, I don't want to waste my time eating stuff I don't want to eat, you know? I remember having these one cookies, like, when I was a kid. They were like a cream-filled cookie, sort of not dissimilar to something like a Oreo, except the cream in the middle was like pink, and it was like, it had a very piquant taste to it. I want to say it was kind of like a lemon cookie or something like that, like maybe like a pink lemonade type cookie or something. I always wanted to try those again. And speaking of cookies, I've only had like once that I wish I could try again. When I was in grade 6, we'd have like this thing twice a year where grade 6ers could have like their own field day type thing where they had to like manage booths and stuff. And this one person I knew managed a booth that sold baked goods that their family made. And they made like these root beer flavored cookies, which were ridiculous. And I only ever had one. But that's kind of stuck with me forever. I'd kind of like to try those again. But alas, I don't know the recipe and I cannot cook to save my life, so that'll probably never happen. But you know, it's interesting the stuff you can do with baking if you actually have a talent for it and the knowledge to do it. So what are the attacks these things actually have? They're like coral that are throwing like... I want to say they're like little trees that throw leaves, but we're underwater, so they clearly have to be coral. And coral doesn't have leaves. So it's just throwing like coral... I want the other one, actually. Thank you for not attacking me while I was doing that. That could have very quickly ended this fight. Actually, our friend Chaika here would have probably handled the fight either way, but on the bright side, we leveled. And we got flower therapy. What exactly does that entail? Flower therapy. Call in the fragrance of supernatural flowers to combat any status ailments. Huh. Cool. Treasure shell. Ooh, angel lace. That's useful. I do quite like the lighting here, like on Opoona especially. The lighting in this area is just quite nice. Also, I want to note that we don't need our scuba gear to be down here for some reason. You know, we have scuba gear, we could use it, but no. No, we're not. Just not going to use the scuba gear. Okay. I'm just going to keep attacking coral monsters, because why not? Because that's what you do when you're underwater. You attack coral monsters, and whatever the hell this thing is. I don't know what that thing is, but I kind of liked its design. Okay, we gotta go this way, clearly. I don't know which way we need to go after this is... It just feels weird that we're underwater, but we don't need, like, actual underwater gear that we've established we've needed up to this point. You know, I do have the underwater license and the scuba gear. Let that have meant something, please. Also, I think I still need to go back and catch a bunch of fish, because I don't want to do that, but I have to. Also, I could go be a fortune teller for a lot longer and get really no benefit for it, but I could boost that up as well. Although, honestly, I just want to finish my miner/farmer quota. That would be fun for me. That's one we gotta do still. Also, I'd like to finish off all that art stuff and finish off my art book. That'd be nice. Oh, more really killer lighting. Ooh, and we have multiple lighting sources, it looks like. And alternate paths. Cool. You know, I kind of want to see them apply the breakdance animation to this multi-legged creature. I would like to see how they work on that. Like, we're going to apply breakdance animation to a thing with 8 arms. Or legs, rather. You know, I think that'd be funny. That's just a creature crying out for some breakdancing animations. This area's pretty big. Ooh, ice coat. It'd be nice if the game would allow us to actually modify the camera angle in areas like this, especially considering they go to such a far length to tell you, hey, you can change the camera angle pretty much whenever. You know, except when you're out on the field when you could really use it. Like, that's a weird choice. You know? Why are you down here? Okay. To your left, so this way. I feel like if there was a rest stop, it would have been here sooner. Was this another case of Opoona just having kind of a weird translation? Or what? I guess we'll find out. Because if I end up at the Earth Prison, not having rested and powered up my character, we might be in trouble. Mostly because my health is almost gone. I'm going to heal up with Force before we go any further, just in case the translation again is kind of being weird. So can I heal here, or am I... I'm going to go back, because I don't trust this passage. I think this passage is exactly where we don't want to be right now. Just keep hitting things, Chaika. We'll be fine. I do appreciate that the camera kind of modifies when it has to look up. Like, that's an automatic thing. I kind of like that. Man, I just like the enemy design in this game. They're super cute. And Polina leveled up yet again. Chaika's still not leveling, but she doesn't have to. I think she's like... Oh, we finally got the ability to heal everyone now. Useful. So let's see if this guy was lying at all. Or the translation was weird, or maybe I'm just dumb. That fish was clawed. Also, we just messed up, like, the animation. Also, you stole my bonbon, you jerk. And now I can't attack the flamey guy. Flamey guy! Let me attack you. With love so that you murder everything on behalf of us. There we go. Oh. Encounter rate! You are a smidge too high for my liking. I should probably heal before I get murdered. I don't have to now. I want to heal Chaika though. Kill the Tentajellies with their big toothy smiles and their goofy googly eyes. Alright, there we go. We earned the bonus Masteta. I don't know why they say it's bonus. That's kind of just what you get for killing things, you know? That's not a bonus, that's just included. I do appreciate the underwater place you can just hang out. Time to take a nap underwater because it's a thing you can do in this game. Why not? I like that Polina has like a unique animation for getting out of bed. That's kind of cool. Also, there are underwater mushrooms. Because of course there are. Oh, I cannot use the hoverboard underwater. You know, I thought, you know, it can't be used over the water, fine, but what about underwater? Especially considering this doesn't seem terribly, you know, underwater-y. But here we are all the same. And that said, there was an extra path I want to go take a look at before we move on. And try to get down to the Earth Prison. So let's go back this way. Because this seemed like an alternate path branching off from this direction. This seems like the path we need to take. But because that's not the case, that means there must be something worth getting over here. Or it's a dead end. One of those two things. Okay. There's some more experience. And a dead end. Well, I was right in a way. Is that enemy named a Hindenburg? Okay. Sure, why not? Okay, so there's no treasure over here. You'd think being underwater would hinder your movements a little, but nope, we're just moving just as if there was no water to hinder them. That's fine. That's okay. There's no problem at all with that. Alright, let's keep going. I believe this is the way down to the prison. I mean, the fact that we're one-shotting these guys definitely means we're getting stronger. But it seems like experience rates are dropping a little bit. Although that might just be my perspective. Like, it might feel that way, but it might not be the case, so to speak. Alright, let's keep going. We have to go see Shagla in the prison as he's sealing all the evilness away or whatever. So we can rescue Opoona. So we can go fight the evilness, maybe. And become a Supreme Land Rule Guard. And defeat the evil, well, conspiracy and whatever's going on with this planet. There we go, got another level up. Polina's just motoring. Is that an alternate path? I don't think it is, but I feel like I need to take a look all the same. I was about to say, don't catch my bonbon. Also, I'd like to know what exactly causes you to catch my bonbon, and also quit it. I kind of appreciate that the big TV monitor monsters shoot the little stick guy from the TV monitor at you as his, like, super beam ranged attack. It's kind of creative. Oh my god. Encounter rate, please. Come on. Flamey guy, you coming back? Or are you just disappearing off the screen for no reason? Wow, you really didn't murder everyone like I kind of hoped you would. That kind of sucked. Shaika really believes in utilizing all the power of your attacks. I mean, I can respect the mentality, but it might be better just to, you know, attack as frequently as possible. Especially when you do as much damage as you do. Oh, she's got a little clapping animation. That's cute. I never noticed Polina has like a adorable little clapping animation. Ah, it's just a route back up there because reasons. Okay, so there's water under the water. Actually, having played, what is it, Subnautica, I can say that that kind of happens. It's like brine, and it's denser or whatever. And my bonbon's caught, so I'm now useless. Don't get murdered by the ghost leviathans. Those things are terrifying. I just played Subnautica again recently. It's not quite as buggy as I remember it being. Also, a little stick finger on their little monitor. It actually has a picture of the bonbon when it catches a bonbon. That's cute. Granted, I was also playing the PS4 version this time, whereas previously I'd played the Xbox One version. For what that matters. But, you know, Subnautica. It's buggy, but it's fun. It's terrifying as well. And I'm not someone who deals well with, like, horror and stuff like that. But that game was freaking terrifying. This looks like a trap because it's on, like, a big fancy altar-looking thing. Hey, a frozen coat. Okay, we need that for our bonbon now. Because it's like an ice coat. Except it has a chance to freeze enemies. That sounds even better. Cool. So now we have the ability to freeze enemies, as well as dealing extra damage. Also, it has a nice little effect. That's cool. Also, I'm betting it does ice damage like the ice coat, but it's effectively the ice coat, but better. I think. Oh, we're at the Earth Prison North Passage now. I think we're effectively where we need to be. We have yet to run into an enemy. Plus, we have our hoverboards down here, so we're not underwater anymore. I don't remember this environment, but it's freaky looking, and I'm kind of digging it. They look like lanterns. Or like Tesla balls or whatever they are. Hey, there's rocks down here. We're gonna have to get Opoona to break some rocks. I'm gonna have to remember that this is here. Crap. Are you Shagla? Because I need to talk to Shagla. Nice hair! This guy's my hero just for having that hair. He has now become an evil entity. Someone capped those motions. Okay, so if you could do that, why not just do that before, you know, we had to rescue you? You know, I feel like if you've got teleportation, that cage should not have been a problem. But, okay. Lady Crayola, give me your crayons. Oh man, I haven't seen crayons in forever. I should really go to like a dollar store and just get some crayons just to doodle with or something. I don't think I've had come into contact with crayons since I was like 6. Alright. Now make Opoona recover so that we can have our full party. Oh, but then Chaika will probably not be here. And she's kind of OP, and I kind of like that about her. The Partisan Hideout. Also Partisans. It's one of the best songs in the Opoona soundtrack, for those keeping track at home. Hey, I don't think she ever actually said, Chaika, come see this. She said, Polina. Is your name Polina, Chaika? No, I don't think it is. You're not allowed. Yes, a little bit. But this is like one of the best songs on the soundtrack. Excuse me. But this is also one of the few like really action-y tracks in the soundtrack as well. So, you know, if you're looking up the Opoona soundtrack, Partisans, it's damn good. It tries to like take an action turn on the bass, what is the term, leitmotif of the Opoona theme. Oh, we gotta be quiet. They have slots down here? Oh, it's Nami. I remember her. And this lady has weird hair. But she communicates with her heart. And that's why we love her. We've been planning to destroy the world, so now save the world for us. Hey, it's good old Uncle Roidman! I don't think we've ever actually seen this guy. Can we get a better look? Kinda. Oh, he's got a little monocle. That's cute. What joke was that exactly? What? Well, yeah, the plot kind of demanded you were alive, and someone did talk about you kind of showing up at one point, so I figured you would be. This guy looks proportionally a lot taller than the other Tizians. Like, I don't remember any of the other Tizians having, like, longer leg proportions like Roidman seems to. He must be just functionally different or different genetics or something. But all the others seem kind of squat, whereas this guy seems rather tall. Dark bonbons. It was a dark bonbon from Evil Star Yagdil. Or Jagdil. It probably should be Yagdil. But okay. It sounds like we're maybe setting up other planets to go take a look at in sequels that'll probably never happen, and it makes me sad. Fight the dark bonbons with the light bonbons. So, the dark energy made people with light energy? That makes sense, sure. Huh. Plot, plot, plot. The Startizian. Huh. That was actually really engaging information. I am trying to talk. I mean, Opoona seemed fine, aside from the fact he was kind of weirdly brainwashed. Opoona was asleep the entire time, though. That's kind of a problem. Hey! They're back! They're okay. I didn't realize Polina was younger. Honestly, I thought Polina was the oldest of them. I certainly figured Opoona was the youngest of the lot. You're both idiots. I just had to do all the legwork for you. You're welcome. Also, I'm a lower level than you, and I did all this. So you can all suck it. That's why Polina's the best. No, I think this is actually Polina's story. Although Opoona's bonbon is bigger than the rest. Although Polina's are bigger than Opoona's. Someone captured that motion too. Alright, let's go. To the room place above us. It only took most of the game to get here. It seems. They've only now gone too far, mind you. Not in like the 10 years they've been going too far already, but sure. The Roid Radar. Ooh, that's useful. If I ever looked at the maps, which I don't, but okay. Thank you. Yes, please. There we go. Polina's still lowest level. Oh, I thought Opoona was like level 14. Nope. Anyway, you know, we've got the crew back together, and, you know, we've continued Polina's adventures in getting extorted by grown-ups that are just messing with her. And now we're back. So we gotta go drill a whole bunch of rocks for minerals to make farms better, basically. But that'll be next time on Opoona.
We are back.
Anyway, I hope you
Live
enjoyed.
Alive after a long hiatus because I've been sitting on my PS2 video and editing it together, and seriously, it's been the biggest pain in the ass, and it's taken up about a quarter of my hard drive. So, now that I actually have a little bit of space while I'm editing my PS2 video to have some audio, I decided we gotta get back into this to do this properly. Now, we still have 3 things we could do, 3 stories left to tell. The caveman is by far out of these 3 the longest, and I don't think I want to do this. Since I'm kind of just getting back into the swing of things, I want something shorter, so we'll skip the caveman. Next is the wrestler, which is just a series of fights. I think we're going to do the cowboy, though, because I have notes on doing the cowboy, because we have to do this kind of in a specific way. So there's going to be some note-taking. I am cheating slightly, but let's do the cowboy chapter, which is a little bit like the other, the robot chapter, in the sense it's very, very small, and there aren't many fights. But let's do the cowboy chapter and do some cowboy-related things at Ye Olde Sheriff's office. Really nice ambient Foley work here for some steps. For you see, this is the cowboy chapter. There's going to be saloons with squeaky doors in the cowboy chapter. It would have been faster if the sheriff did that, but okay. Also, spoilers, we're not the sheriff. We're this guy. We're not going to call this guy Sundown. We're going to call this guy Django, for Boktai reference. Although, it's the Django Kid because they decide to title you kind of in a weird sense. But you get some nice cowboy music for cow poking about. Truly, this was the original Red Dead game. Also, the music gets really, really intense and very good because it's Live Alive. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It looks like it might be time for a showdown. Seriously, Eon Genesis did a really good translation of this game. So this is Mad Dog. He's gonna kill us because we've got a huge bounty on our head because of backstory. Now, we can't run, but we've apparently run from this guy many, many times. We are equipped with a gun, thus giving us some ranged attacks, which is very, very nice. That was easy enough. You went down in one shot. I don't kill. It's not my way. I'm gonna leave you out in the middle of the desert now. Also, we're an absolute dead-eye, by the way. We shot his reins to knock him off his horse so he couldn't chase us. Yeah, the cowboy chapter makes you a total badass, by the way. It's a very good sort of spaghetti western type thing. Also, our character is mostly silent. Mostly internal monologuing things. Alright, so this is the town. This is going to be where the majority of the game takes place. In that this is exactly everywhere the game takes place. This is the entirety of it. Now, if I recall, I need to go to the saloon because everywhere else is locked right now, I think. And now it's very... Just let the music stops, like, oh, this might be bad. For you see, I'm the badass on the poster. Alright. Hello. I'll pay, that's fine. I care not that this is your seat, fool. Alright. We're getting introduced to the cast of colorful characters in this town. And how they have opinions and personalities and stuff, which is tough to do because this chapter is really short, so to establish anything is kind of impressive. Clint Gibson. They name those characters after actors. Actually, fun story. My grandpa was actually supposed to act opposite Clint Eastwood in a cowboy film at one point. So that's your interesting trivia about people I know for the day. Bonk. You got bonked by a kid. Well done, Billy. Ow. Hey, I didn't want any part of this. I just wanted to sit. Now you're making this my problem. A glass of milk? I'm a cowboy, asshole. You can't actually drink it, and he'll just keep ordering it for you. Alright, now we're fighting because you brought my mama into this. Bang. It pushes enemies away too, it's quite an effective attack. Alright, there we go. That was an easy fight. They won't all be easy, just most of them. Nope. I don't know who they are, but not a part of them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we gonna have more problems? Because we've got, like, a bounty on our head and stuff? I'm the guy on the poster. You're a butt face and I hate you. Gotta stand up to the crazy bunch or else they'll destroy the entire town, damn it. That's the whole point. And me. I just kicked someone's ass. No, I'm absolutely the wanted guy with the highest bounty in all the West. Oh, hey, it's this dork. Also, nice gun cocking sound effect. Alright, let's go. Do I have to fight you again? Because you were kind of a joke last time. Yep, that's me. I've got the biggest wanted bounty in all the West. And this bounty hunter's been following me for a while to try and get it. No, that's true. I've got a huge bounty on my head. You can go check the poster if you want. Do we have to do this? I just kicked your ass a second ago. Yep, got an old-fashioned duel. Again. I mean, it'll be the third one in a row. Oh, but I like running away. It's what my character is actually really genuinely good at. Now, if I recall, I can grab something from here. And the thing is, we're gonna have to like try and grab as much stuff as we can, as quick as we can. Probably right after this. Because that's when the real game starts. This is all just, you know, filigree for the rest of the chapter. I mean, you keep saying this will be the last time, but I'll just wing you and run off like I always do. That's how this works. But if you want to kill me, come do it. Yeah, I know how duels work. Except there was more on the dueling ground than just us. Also, nice gun twirling animation. Little things in this game, but very nice little things. I like this game a lot. Unfortunately, we just kind of killed 2 members of a big gang that will now ransack the city. And welcome to the rest of the game. Whoops, we might have done a bad thing. How boring. And this is where the rest of the chapter kind of takes place. Quite the ladies' man, mad dog. Alright, fine. I'll help you defeat these miscreants, because why not? Okay. So we gotta go fight the crazy bunch led by O.D.O. They're lawless, and they're gonna destroy this place. And that's where we kind of hit the... I'm gonna pause because I'm not sure if the main mechanics hit yet, but... This chapter for Live Alive decides to take the RPG mechanics and sort of throw in RTS elements. Effectively, we are on a timer to gather and set up traps around town. We need to gather all the materials we can to set up traps to do everything we can to thin out the herd. Because you know that little chessboard we've been fighting on? Yeah, when they get here, if we do nothing, they're going to fight using a boss, and every single one of those chess squares is going to be filled with another bandit. That fight can go about 30 different ways depending on how you thin the herd. You don't necessarily want to do it optimally, though, because while you can end up fighting just the boss with you and your buddy on a 2-on-1 fight, they kind of even out the mechanics a little bit so that they modify the environment so that you can't actually, like, avoid any of his attacks, and it actually puts you in a really bad position. So you don't want to do it optimally. And there's another reason with that, and that is to use all the traps in a sense to play optimally. You have to give up some of the little equipment this game actually gives you for this chapter. So we're not going to do that. But there we go. So I think we just have to move forward and talk to people to get some backstory. But what we have to do now is basically accumulate material, set up traps, and the thing that is scary is to set up traps you basically have to hand the materials to the various people in this town. And the thing is they all move at different rates. So this is why I have notes, is you kind of have to do it in a certain set way, or else you won't do it well enough. I think you have to talk to everyone before you can move on. Success Town. All the doors are locked. Okay. Yeah, so we gotta go fight these guys. Can we leave? Can we move on? Yes, we can. Okay. Whew. Okay, so now we're on kind of a timer, if I recall. No, if the doors are locked, it hasn't started yet. Okay. I think we just have to go back and talk to more people. I think it's one of those things where you gotta talk to everyone twice, which is obtuse, but what can you do? It's a short chapter. Let's cut them a little bit of slack. It's mostly just play this game as mechanically straight as you possibly can. Trust me, we're gonna need all you people to do things. I could have just talked to guys at the bar to this guy. I am prepared to tell you everything I need you guys to do, because that's gonna happen. Alright, we just have to talk to Mad Dog twice, I guess. Okay. You guys all have to help. That's how this is gonna work. Okay. Uh-oh. We're gonna fight. Yeah! How dare they do things? We're all gonna win this today, or we're all going to die together. Or something. Credit to Mad Dog for actually, getting help. And the sheriff's kind of a wimp who won't do anything. Well, now we're sheriff, because actual sheriff is useless. I will hold on to the badge because you suck, sheriff. Okay, we need basically to ransack the town to get everything we possibly can. Temporarily teamed up with Mad Dog. Also, it is probably a very good idea to save now, just in case bad things happen. Okay. Peacekeeper badge. I don't think it actually does anything, but that's okay. So let's save. Okay, now we gotta be real careful about how we do this, because we are on a timer. I think they do give you some leniency, but I'm a little bit worried about that as well. Now I think Billy has something. I got a slingshot. I know, I don't want to. That's why I'm pausing, because I'm worried about running out of stuff, okay? Now let's see. Gotta check my notes. Check, 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 check. Now let's see. I think there's a bunch of stuff in here actually, so let's check all the rooms. Empty. Oil, that's gonna be useful. Bourbon. Some of this stuff is just healing items, but some of this stuff is used in traps. Let's check behind the room with the bartender. Do you have anything on you? Well, that's not useful at all. Anything back here? Alright, there we go. There's a door behind here. Interesting. Aha! More oil, an empty bottle. We can make Molotovs with this. Should we make one? Let's see. Alright. Well, we'll do it just because otherwise it's kind of useless. The problem is we are definitely... Oh, we got a jacket. Can equip that. I want to save. Like, every 2 steps I want to save, because I've said this about games before. When they put me on the spot with, like, a timetable that I have to adhere to, even if it's a lot of time, I tend to panic an awful lot. But we'll see what we can do. Just gotta run everywhere. Check the other rooms real quick. There's a bag of money. We definitely don't want to grab that. I think that people say bad things about you if you do. Okay. Let's not go there. Alright, so we got the cigar. Uh-oh. Okay, that's first bell. I think we have until 6 bells, I think. So we've got some time yet, but it's definitely not great. Did we check the wardrobe in this room? I'm not sure we did. I thought I did. I guess we didn't. I will take your poster. Okay. We're done with this place. We'll be back. Just gotta check my notes again. I apologize for doing this, but this level will stress me out to hell and back if I don't do this right. Alright. So I think we just gotta... We're done with this place. We just gotta kind of run to every area we can. So, run like hell. Why is there a pair of stairs in the thing? Alright. Anything here? Nope. I'm panicking. Empty bottle. Yeah, okay. Go nuts. Hurry up. Okay. Okay, there's nothing in here. Way too stressful. Nothing in there? Oh, we got some bourbon though. Nice. Go, 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 go. Sheriff's office. Sheriff, I need your boxes. Dynamite? That'll be useful. Empty. Nothing in there. Okay. We've cleared out 3 buildings so far. We've only hit the first bell, so we've got time. Doesn't appear to be anything in here. Empty bottle. Nothing else. Go, 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 go. There's... Oh, that's not good. Okay. Alright, we got a shovel. Okay. Check my notes again. I think we might have missed something already. Crap. I think we missed something in the sheriff's office, because I remember there being a weapon there. Shoot. Is that a window or like a weapons rack? I think that's a weapons rack. Let's see if we can grab something. Alright, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Attack goes down, speed goes up. Alright. Okay, I think we're good now. I remember there being weapons. I just couldn't remember where. Oil. Go nuts. Okay, I think that this is the building with another important thing. Here it is, okay. That's the frying pan. This is why I say you gotta play this suboptimally, because it's like the only accessory or optional equipment you can get, and it gives you plus 10 vitality. Now, you can exchange that for the ability to actually, you know, do all the traps, but it actually puts you at a disadvantage, like I said. So we're going to equip that just so that we are slightly less prone to dying. And, alright, we got a carrot. Helpful for your eyesight. So when you're being a dead-eye sharpshooter, you need carrots in your diet, is the short version of the story. Oh, I'm running out of time. Crap. I don't know how much time I have, but I don't think I have as much as I want. In that, I know there's time running out, and that's definitely a sign I need more time. Oh. Oh, that's the third bell. I think we only have 3 more to go. Oh, crap. Okay. Okay. Alright. We got another carrot. Okay. Now, if I remember, I wrote that there was a hidden staircase door somewhere as well. So I think that might have been the other house, which means I've actually... Oh, I've lost time. Crap. Notes. How dare you forsake me. Alright, we got rope. Whew. I am absolutely sweating up a storm right now. Just wanting to not completely screw this up. Okay. Coal tar. Nothing, nothing. Empty. Carrot. 2 more carrots. That's no good. We already have plenty of carrots. In fact, I think you only need 1. Okay. So let's see. Did I miss anything? I'm just checking my notes real quick. I think there was a secret in one of the haystacks in one of these buildings, but I can't remember which one. Shoot. Might be this one. Okay, we got dung. That'll be useful later. And I think there was another door behind staircase here, if my notes are right. Oh, really running out of time. Oh, crap. Crap, crap, crap. I need more time. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Screw it, screw it, screw it, screw it, screw it. Oh, we haven't been here yet. Do I have to check that cart? Oh, I'm getting paranoid with everything. There's a door. Empty. Oil. Let's do it. Come on, please hurry. Is there anything here? Don't think so. I gotta rush, gotta rush, gotta rush, gotta rush, gotta rush, gotta rush. Nothing. Ah, it's just a time waste. I think we've gone through all the buildings now. Been through that one. Okay. Now is where the whole strategy bit comes in, because we've saved a lot of time, but we gotta be careful about how we spend it now. I think we gotta talk to everyone. Okay, 8 times. We actually have a lot more time than I thought. That's good. I think so. Yes. Okay. Okay, now I remember the order, which was... I actually wrote down a list of which one was which. So this guy's actually the slowest, which means we want him to go fastest, or we want him to go first. Okay. Now let's see. How do we make these traps again? Okay. Now let's see. Looking for Caesar. Gene. Might be this guy. I forget. Alright. So next thing we need to do. Set outside to draw out the raid. Yep. We're going to need to use that. Okay, let's see. We're gonna have this guy set up a shovel so he can dig a pit. Oh. That's 5. We got 3 more actually, so we're good. Okay, I think this guy's next. You take the horse dung and put it in the pit. Okay. And as we talk to the musicians, they actually change the instruments in the background because they can't play. Set up the rope. Now there's no sound. Alright, Clint. You set up that poster. And don't do anything else with it, damn it. Alright, let's see. Billy's good with the slingshot, so we don't want to give him away. Let's see. Healing, healing, use that for Billy. Healing. Dynamite we could use in battle. I feel like we should hold on to that. Might give away a couple of Molotovs, though. Billy. You're going to use your slingshot because you know what to do with it. You're going to set this guy up with a Molotov. I'll set the other 2 up with Molotovs as well. And I think we actually have a ton of time left over. I hope. And I think as long as we don't give Annie something, we should be good. I think. And if that's not the case, then we're really screwed. So, time to save after the fact, and hopefully we didn't completely screw this up. Now let's check our equipment. Gonna remove everything we can. And see what we can give our character, because of course our character is the main character. It's important he gets the best stuff. He gets the new hat. And he gets the new boots. Oh, but those old boots give us yeah, okay. Nothing we can throw there. Okay, let's re-equip Mad Dog.
with the crude hat. And the... used gloves might be better. Give him the jacket. Give him the old boots. Let's save, just again. And then I think we just have to wait at the bar. I think we can wait at the bar anyway. I think is what we can do. Let's see. Alright, screw it. We'll give it to Annie. Because I think there is an extra thing if we do. And because she runs off, we can go take a look in her place now. If I recall, this is a bit of an Easter egg. And we got Annie's nightie. Can we equip it? Is it an accessory or a jacket? I don't know why we'd want that, but... we have it. It's a thing we have. Screw it. We're just going to give her everything. It's just an equipment. I think we've done everything we can. I think now we're just sort of waiting. I think you can go a little bit faster if the barman's here. You can order drinks. I think that's what we have to do, but unfortunately he's not here. So we're just sort of sitting here waiting and hoping we did this right. Alright, the barman's here. Alright, let's do it. We're just gonna waste some time now. And hopefully we didn't completely screw this up. I feel like I should do something with her clothing, but like, what am I going to do with it? Oh, they're back. Hooray. Just gotta speed this up. And by doing so, we should hopefully do this right. Although we probably screwed this up pretty badly. Oh, we probably screwed this up pretty bad. Alright. Come on. Keep coming back before the bell rings, please. Let's see how good I am at time management. Got a little bit of audio back anyway. This is getting really tense because I'm just waiting on these guys, hoping my notes were right. I think we're missing one more person. Alright, I think everyone's back. Which means I might have actually done this too well. Okay. Here we go. Time to see what happens. Let's Home Alone this place up. That's actually what we did, by the way. By the way, that was the father and son duo who end up getting killed in every single chapter. These poor guys. Every single generation of them in every single genre.
Poor guys, man. Alright, well, we did something. Hooray! I think that's the poster. Boom. That would be the dynamite we used. Alright. I think it's time for a fight. Let's go. Time to meet our destiny. Sheriff, you're useless. You're the only one who can protect this town, even though you've not done it yet. Hooray! The kid believes in us. We can't possibly fail now. Alright. Here we go. So yeah, we gotta fight 2-on-2 as opposed to, like, 30-on-2 or 1-on-2. This is probably the best way to do this, just because you don't have to give up the frying pan. Because the frying pan is used to take out that other mounted guy who we missed in the first pass of traps. But the fact that it gives us plus 14 vitality, and it's like the only accessory in the game that we get for this chapter, it just makes the world of difference to not use it for that. Plus, it makes the fight harder if you take out all the support, like I said at the start. Yep, I kicked your boy's ass. And then we kicked 2 more of your boys' asses, and now you're here. And I killed most of your men with Home Alone traps. Also, he's got a Gatling gun, and we've got the cool boss music, so... So, yeah, you know we're doing this. Okay, I think we want the piercing shot. Take out the popcorn first. Alright, we got this. We've got this, no problem. Possibly. Uh-oh. Level down. Okay, we want lightning shot, sounds good. Let's do that. I feel like if I try and shoot that guy, I'll hit my teammates. Let's not go after him. Oh, crap. Okay. I didn't want to heal this soon, but I guess we're doing that. Oh, you're not allowed to use Molotovs. Only I'm supposed to use those. Alright, cool. Now we just gotta worry about the boss. That said, I'd like to not be in that range of attacks if I can do that. So let's, how do I want to do this? Can hit him with this. Provided the chessboard wants to work with me here. There we go. Just keep lightning shotting him. Oh! Well done. Whoopsie! I don't think I have like a recovery for that nonsense either. Well, on the upswing, I don't think we have to worry about that guy hunting our bounty anymore. On the downside, we might be in trouble. Although our counter's kind of awesome. Crap. Alright, we're just gonna have to rely on this move. Oh, I gotta heal. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. Alright. Ooh, don't want to fight, want to heal. It was a lot easier when we had a second person because we could just divert his attention, really. I don't think he can hit directly behind him, though, so if we just scrooch over here, suddenly we can't hit him either. Well, that's annoying. Let's try double shot and see what this does. That kills the boss, is what double shot does, apparently. Right on! Haha. Yeah, that fight is actually a lot harder if you take out all his subordinates, because he just has like this huge rock in the middle of the stage, if I recall. And that means you basically have to rush him head on, which means you're basically just at the mercy of his Gatling gun every turn. And considering he took me out in one shot with that, we don't want to deal with that if we can. Hooray! We cowboyed it up and defeated the villain. And it turns out the villain was a horse. Shut up, it makes sense. Because that makes sense. Yep, he was definitely a horse. All along. And its horse became cursed and angry and tried to kill everyone, I guess. Goodbye, horse. Okie doke. I wonder how it grew thumbs. After all, we still have a duel to complete. It's true. We do. We did. But now we're enemies again. That's just how things work, kid. Alright, let's cowboy things up. Tumbleweed for effect. We got this. Two. 3. 4. 5. And now we get to fight Mad Dog. But we can just run. Thus continuing the theme of me not murdering this guy. And that's how the story ends. We have to leave. Kid, I want you to become a better sheriff than anyone ever, especially your dad, who sucks. It also means that his town no longer has an official sheriff, and he can just voice the responsibility onto anyone now. Yeah, the magic gold money bag they had was empty. I wasn't here for money. And now we actually get to talk. Because we had a backstory all along. Yeah.
Basically, we put a bounty on our own head to protect people, so we ran. Because we're just that damn good at what we do. And now we get some awesome cowpoke music to round out the chapter. It's not a long chapter. But it's an incredibly stressful one for me. There's a lot of chapters in this game I'd prefer to play than this one just for the stress inducing it gives me, but, you know, aside from the near future chapter, screw that chapter. Ninja chapter. It's finicky as all hell if you want to do it right, but there's a lot of fun to it. This is fun too. It's just really stressful for me. If you're fine with time management and you're not prone to like OCD panic attacks like I am, you'll probably be great at this chapter. I'm not so much. I had to write notes, and even then I was panicking the entire time. I honestly didn't think we made it. In fact, at one point I thought I screwed up the entire strategy. Even with notes, like I would do. But it worked out in the end. And that's the important thing. And then Billy decides to wander out in the desert. Or maybe he just wants to get eaten by a tumbleweed. That's what they do, right? They eat people? I've heard that about tumbleweeds. I love that the mariachi band actually does affect the soundtrack in-game. When they're busy not playing their instruments, there's just no music. This game is full of just nice little subtle things, you know? It's not a perfect game, but there's a lot about this game I just quite like. That actually went off relatively well, all things considered. Although I will say, it was absolute murder on my panic-stricken brain. Gotta figure out what chapter to do next, of course. Got Caveman, which is a long RPG, probably one of the more traditional chapters, or the fighting chapter. But, of course, this chapter isn't quite over yet. And I do believe that horse is the evil one. For some reason, he's now adopted the evil horse. And now we have to fight him again. You teamed up with the evil horse, did you? You're a weird guy. Fine. Can't flee this time, though. It's a good shot. But I can counter. And now you're dead. I wanted to run. I didn't want to moidle you, but you made me. Because you're a good person? And there goes the evil horse. Who was a horse all along. Oh, I want my magical demon horse that had opposable thumbs for reasons, and a Gatling gun. That background is really quite nice. And that's the end of the chapter. It's a little tonally weird at the end, but yeah, for some reason he's teamed up with the demon horse who had thumbs, and then we beat him. But yeah, now all we have left is the wrestling chapter and the caveman chapter. RPG as fighting game and RPG as RPG, but no verbal communication. Both are pretty interesting. Anyway, I think that'll be it for tonight.
What's
but
up,
we'll be back
we are
next
back
week,
with some
ideally.
Gotcha
Like I said,
Force.
I'm
I
pretty
told you
much
we'd
done my
be
PS2
back
video
doing
now.
this, and I am true to my word.
one day later because I had a bunch of technical issues with something else that I kind of had to devote my day to. But we're here anyway. It's been a while, but if I recall, last time we got Show to join our team, and we were showing him off because he's just that damn good. Seriously, he's the best character in the game. But we still have to clear out Safari Town, so let's do that with Usagi. I don't think there's much more to this game. I think there might be 2 chapters, if that, because I'm pretty sure by the end of the game you have, like, optimistically 2,500 points to work with. And we're already at 2,000, so I don't think there's much more to the game. Although it has been forever since I've actually played through this game entirely. Mostly because of random nonsense that's prevented me from continuing to stream this. Fortunately, now that I've got some new equipment that actually makes this look better than the last time I streamed this, you know, I do think it actually looks a little bit better. I had to crop it a little bit, though. Like, if I didn't crop this properly, like, for some reason, when streamed through OBS, there's, like, this weird, like, entire layer of flickering pixels at the bottom of the screen. Not sure what that's about, but, doesn't appear on my TV, and otherwise, the Wii and Gacha Force in general, so GameCube stuff by extension, I think, looks pretty good. I think this might be the nicest my GameCube stuff has ever actually looked, so that's exciting. Oh, they've got a walking bomb. Okay, that's a bit scary. I need to get out of here, like, yesterday. And there goes Deathborg Sigma. Now we got Vlad, though. Vlad's good. As long as we play it smart, we're basically untouchable. And we've got Usagi's Quick Valkyrie to give us a little bit of support. So we've got unlimited health to work with, too. Alrighty. So what can we do about this? We can avoid giant axes and hopefully not get moidled. I think one of them is the special one, not this one. The other one is the special colored one because I think it's purple. Meaning it's exceptionally stylish looking. So if we could get a special purple one of the, I believe that's the Hatchet Knights, as opposed to the Axe Knight, because they are legally distinct entities, that'd be kind of cool. Because he's purple, and purple's just a cool color. I mean, look at Vlad, he's just rocking that sexy purple armor. Okay, we've got one of the rare sightings of these smaller Dragonborgs. These guys are fun. They're completely different than regular dragons, mostly because they behave like Wingborgs and not like Dragonborgs at all. And now we're really in trouble because we got to pull G-Red out, which is just basically cheating. Because he's designed to basically be unkillable. On the bright side, it means we're not going to die anytime soon. I think it's safe to say. On the downside, it means I have to use G-Red, which is, like I said, basically cheating. But otherwise, you know, I think we're doing okay. It's been a while since I played Gacha Force because of random nonsense, but, you know, I think I'm back in the swing of things. Relatively speaking. I'm still trying to figure out what we should do with our final force by the end of the game. Like, part of me wants to have Garuda on my team, honestly, but I'm terrible with Wingborgs, but Garuda's ridiculous. Part of me thinks Barrier Girl would be a great addition, too. I might get rid of Sigma, but that's not a huge amount of points to get back, either, so there's almost no reason to do that. And then, of course, you know, we've got other options. We could get rid of Vlad, maybe. I don't know. Like, if I want Barrier Girl and Garuda, that's a lot. Like, Garuda alone is almost 1,000 points. I think he's like 750. And I think Barrier Girl's something like 500, so we'll be lucky if we can get them. Okay, let's see if we get the Purple Hatchet Knight, because that would be ultra sexy. Come on, Purple Hatchet Knight. Damn, Deathborg Chi. Let's try that again. Oh, we got a crystal. Where's the red Axe Knight, the crystal one? I can't remember. One of them's a crystal Borg. Ah, we got Phoenix Dragon. I don't really use these too much because again they're like Wingborgs and I'm bad with Wingborgs. But let's see what we got. This could be a walking bomb, although technically I don't think we actually killed it. It killed itself. Ah, we got that guy. Ah, no sexy purple Axe Knight for us. But our home is safe, so that's something, I guess. Cooperate with Tsutomu. Retake the marketplace. Tsutomu. Not sure I like Tsutomu all that much. His choice in Borgs is a bit not the best, because he picks tanks, which aren't great, and he picks air Borgs, which are useless. Okay, so we're fighting 2 air Borgs plus a dragon. Let's take out the dragon first, because he's the scary thing. Just because he can do a lot of damage if we let him. Whereas, you know, air Borgs, good luck with that. They might do a little bit of damage, but overall it's probably not too scary. Wow, this guy's got a ton of health, and I'm not doing all that much damage. Alas. But oh, hey, that's one of the different colored of the Deathwing Borgs. I can't remember which one they are. I used to know them all off the top of my head, including all the various Deathborg news. Oh, that's the beam tank. Good old beam tank. You're only going to use one. Beam tank is a pretty good one. It comes with a melee attack for one thing. For another, it's just ridiculous. Although Gatling tank is pretty good, although I think he's overpriced. Oh. Oh. I'm just ricocheting off everything now. It's alright. It's okay. Oh, that was bad. Alright. Let's go Sigma. Well, Sigma 2. I'm surprised I genuinely have not maxed out Sigma 2 at this point. I feel like I should have. Because you get something special if you max out Sigma 2. You get an extra attack. Like, you get an extra... For every time you shoot something, you get 3 beams instead of 2. So you basically triple your damage from one shot, relatively speaking. So it's infinitely better than the original Sigma. And the original Sigma was no slouch, but you know, Sigma 2 just gets ridiculous when you let him be. Okay. Airborgs suck. It's mostly just sitting there getting hit too. It's like, I can't do anything about it and you're not doing anything productive. Ice Dragon! Oh, if he could come down here, that would just be super. Yeah, that's the great thing about Vlad. No matter how much damage he takes, as long as I do damage back, it's fine. So I can just get it all back. The trick is when that doesn't happen. Well, that, and you have to hit him with the melee. The range attack doesn't do it either. But, you know, I think that's fair, considering you have effectively an infinite HP pool. Nope, still just gonna keep hitting you, Ice Dragon. Freeze me all you want. I will say, you will find by the end of this that freeze status is the worst thing ever. The final boss pulls it out on you in, like, the worst moments. And I think that's the only reason the final boss is actually hard, is he does pull off that freeze status. And then you just have to deal with it, and it's like, oh, this sucks. Oh, look, it's another Airborg. Whatever shall we do? Probably just let him die because he's... Ooh, Pop Honey! It's been a while since I've seen a Pop Honey. It's been a while since I've seen anything, because I haven't played this game in a while. Oh, I miss this game. This game's cool. Did we kill Pop Honey? I guess Tsutomu must have. Slightly more effective than the blue one, but not by much. Oh, I know this guy. I was using him a second ago. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. He's gonna get really, really big, and his supports are gonna make me really, really small. On the bright side, it makes me harder to hit, but... Ah, crap. Gotta rely on G-Red again. You know, I'd put him in, like, the final place as, like, our final ace in the hole, so I didn't have to rely on him so much, because I really dislike using G-Red, because he's just too OP. But, you know, you gotta follow the rules and make your signature board your last one, so, alas. G-Red, we gotta use our ace in the hole beforehand, and I gotta overly rely on him. But that just means I've got a super awesome ace in the hole beyond that. You know, it's like Gurren Lagann. Every step of the way you've got a bigger drill. So don't worry about it. But eventually you have a less bravadoed cast, which makes me sad.
Oh, I miss Kamina. He was the best part of that show. And then after that, it just wasn't the same. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing bad with G-Red. He's G-Red. You're not supposed to be able... Things are not supposed to go this way with G-Red. But I'm also not supposed to be the size of an actual action figure versus real-sized people that just happen to be action figure sized. I don't appreciate how small you're making me. I'm not sure which one of you witches it is. It's probably the one that if I say its name, it'll get my videos instantly demonetized for stupid reasons. Fun story, that Borg of the Week was demonetized from the moment it was put up. And I appealed it from the start, and it took 4 years to take that off because Google didn't care about any of my videos. Not that I'm bitter or anything, but I totally am. Alright, what else do we got? Wonder if I'll get some beam tank parts. That could be fun. Ah, I got a pop honey. Nice. Come on, beam tank. Not that I really need it. I have all of them, but, you know. Come on, beam tank. I kind of like predicting what we get. Hey, we did get a beam tank. Oh, we're going to get a full beam tank. Nice. That, I mean, I already have, but, you know. Again, it's just fun to predict kind of what we have. I think that's the only tank that doesn't have like a goofy face drawn on it. It's just a serious tank with big goofy lasers on it. Huh, we got a Blizzard Dragon. Cool. And next we've got the Flying Saucer. Probably one of the least useless of the Airborgs, but still, that's for Airborgs. The end of Death Commander Tama? It cannot be. He doesn't seem too happy. Yeah, we gotta rescue Tama. So that's fun. Tama being useless, as Tama always is. That's why he needs fortresses, because he's actually useless. He needs something that's literally boss class OP to actually be remotely effective. Also, he just ate my transformation. I've never seen that happen before. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen anything eat your transformation before. I thought that took priority over literally everything. That was interesting. I'm watching the playback on this while I play. Which is actually remarkably hard to do because, like, this is a fast-paced action game, but, you know, I am really surprised at how nice the GameCube is looking with my new, you know, converter things. I am very impressed. I'm hoping that's coming through on Twitch as well, to the, like, 2 people who will ever see this. Excuse me. Alright, Magnet Robot. You're completely identical to the other Magnet Robot, except for your color and your name. But otherwise, you are functionally... I've never really understood that, why there's 2 Magnet Robots. Why not just have one Magnet Robot that has both polarities? Because otherwise, they're more or less identical. And the only reason I could think is so that they could increase the numbers from 205 playable characters to 206. And that's only if you include every single, like, possible variation, including the fusions, the boss, and, like, the secret character. The latter 2 not actually, like, normally obtainable in-game. So, you know, 204. And then -4 because of the fusions. Actually, it'll be -6. So it'll actually be, at the end of the day, 180, or 98. Numbers are hard. Come on, Planet Hero. Actually, I should really go after the other guy, not the tank. Which I believe is the Victory Baron. I think he turns into a plane. He's also purple. And he turns into a plane. Which actually means that makes him remarkably less threatening, because Airborgs, being Airborgs, are what they are. Alright.
Oh. I got to take him out at least. Come on. I'm more scared of that tank. Although I think the scariest thing that tank has is a large arcing shot, so it might, yeah, that might be riskier to, oh, they both got Gatlings. Okay. Yeah, Gatling shots are scary when you're a Deathborg. Fortunately, I can do this now. And Tama can just charge away. Which sounds like a great idea on paper, but, you know, you literally only want to do that charge attack during hyper mode, because otherwise you just don't get any ammo recovery. And it actually does eat into your ammo pool to use that attack. So there's really a lot of reasons to never use the serious class charge attack that Death Arc has. I do kind of like that dash attack that Deathborg Sigma has. Little, I'm gonna screw attack into you kind of attack. Alright, Tama, let's go. Alright. Now I'm a little bit scared, but mostly, like I said, because of Gatling attacks. Which are usually just used to, you know, fill space and keep the pressure up. They're not usually like your biggest, most threatening attack. That's why they fired in random volleys. It's because, you know, they're supposed to be there to rack up small amounts of damage quickly, as opposed to huge amounts of damage in single shots. But it's because they're rapid, it's extra threatening to something that has basically no armor and health like that. Now things are a lot less scary for me, because Vlad has a hell of a lot of armor. And of course, he's got the ability to basically recover whenever. I'm not sure hyper mode benefits Vlad all that much, though. I think it just sort of gives him super armor, and that's kind of your lot. Just increased damage, and you're less likely to be knocked around. But otherwise, it's not the most terribly effective thing to put it on him, compared to my other boards, anyway. Things that can output a lot of damage real quick with ranged attacks, because Vlad sure as hell ain't that. Also, I quite like the little black parts on his shoulder pads actually have his name engraved in it. That's just a nice little detail. Gacha Force has tons of them. Like, there's tons of Capcom references and like little secret Easter eggs all over the place in this game. Okay, getting caught in multiple magnet beams, not the best plan I've ever had. Gonna take advantage of that super armor just so I can gather some more health, because that's really it. That looks like Proto Mars? No, Proto Red. Sorry. Proto Mars has little fins. Seriously, there's like 4 of them. They're very confusing to tell apart. But they have like the doofiest running animation you'll see in this game. It's great. I think ostensibly that's supposed to be like the thing G-Red is based off of, but there really isn't anything G-Red is particularly based off of either. Like, there's all the other ones are basically like reskins of existing Gacha Borgs, but G-Red's kind of like the weird exception that's sort of his own complete thing. You can only sort of loosely say he's supposed to be this guy, but scaled down. Although that said, the secret special form, G Black, has that that instant hit, sort of hit scan shot. So that probably is it. Anyway, we just saved Tama. Not sure that was the best move for our career as a GF commander, but we saved him. What did we get for the trouble? A magnet robot plus sign. Alright. What else we got? We got the victory tank. And we've just saved the Greater Tri-City area. I don't know if that's what GT actually stands for, but that's what we're going to claim it is. Oh good, Tama joined us. And he ruined our clothes with his ice cream. Thanks, Tama. Oh look, It's Orochi. And she's still kicking around. Well, we just abducted Tama. I'm pretty sure that was the only henchman she had. Well, that and, you know, the two Death Knights. Or the, two Nightborg she keeps with her. Yeah, I'm gonna use Tama. No. I'm gonna use Sho because he's the best. He gets to be edgelordy because he really is genuinely the best. Also, he calls us his friend. And when he's not being our enemy, he's actually kind of respectful and nice. I like Sho. He's cool. Alright, so these are girl Borgs. I know all about them because I'm particularly good with them. They're kind of my go-tos. Because they're fast. And they shoot a whole bunch. And my favorite gacha Borg of all time is in them, so, you know. Gotta say they're probably my go-to, if I had one. Although originally I was more of a ninja guy myself, but that's because Acceleration Ninja was like the first gacha Borg that I saw that I was just like, I need that on my team right now. And I got one. And then I made an entire team of them. And then my buddy who I got into playing this game got a rare one and he gave it to me. As a trademark to my team of all Acceleration Ninjas, because why not? That is a special version of good old Wire Girl. You can tell because she's blonde. She dyed her hair. Alright. Another nice thing about Girl Borgs is they're not terribly expensive, you know. Gunners can get kind of expensive. And Girl Borgs don't really have that problem. For the most part, they're relatively inexpensive. I think their most expensive one is like 600, but even that's a pretty rare one. Most Girl Borgs, I think, are under 500 pretty often. This Barrier Girl. Gacha Borg, I would say, is made after Mega Man. Mostly because she's blue. And it's a Capcom game. So there's gotta be something made after Mega Man. I mean, they made a character bloody after Ryu. So there better be a Mega Man character. Actually, you know, I've made this argument on a message board a long time ago about Gacha Borgs, like, how there were a lot of Gacha Borgs based off characters like, you know, we've got Ryu, we've got Mega Man, Powered Gunman is arguably the guy off the cover of Gunsmoke. Teleporting Ninja is clearly Strider. You know, there's a few Capcom references in here, even if they're a bit subtle and you have to reach for them. And there's good old Cybergirl. I will try not to mess her up too badly. I don't think she has an alternate color scheme. If she does, I've never seen it. I'm pretty sure it's just that. Not to say that disparagingly against my dear Cybergirl, because she's kind of the best Gacha Borg ever. Even her upgrades were not as good as her. And there's one of them now. She has little laser shots I can't figure out for the life of me how to use. They've got like a weird range requirement, like... The idea is they're remote lasers you're supposed to be able to fire off and they'll like track your opponents behind stuff, but at the same time you have to be close to use them. It makes no sense for what they are. And because of that, I've just never been able to really truly gel with like the remote weaponry in this game. Also, I'm going to try desperately not to get messed up by Sho's Blade Wing. No promises. That's the one problem with Sho. Like, he really is, without a doubt, the best AI partner you can get. But his Gacha Borgs are so powerful, they tend to take you out as much as it takes the enemy out. So you got to play a little bit more cautiously with him. Situational awareness is really important to not die to friendly fire from Sho. But otherwise, he's just really, really quite good. And it's cool to fight with Sho, because he is just that damn cool. And the last Gacha Borg is a nurse. Nurses, they actually have surprisingly damaging shot attacks, too. Like, they're slow. Odds of hitting are very, very low, but they do a ridiculous chunk of damage. But I think that goes back to the sort of mentality of, like, Vulcan shots. You know, the faster, more rapid shots tend to do less. Whereas the slower stuff is going to do a lot more. Spinner Girl. I think I used that gotcha board once or twice, but... And I think that's one I'd probably like, but I've just never really put in the time for her. Oh, there's Barrier Girl. I think that's the regular color. I think the alt color has yellow instead of white. Just off the top of my head, I believe that's the case. And there's the alt Wire Girl with, I think her eye color is different as well, but her hair color is definitely different. Alright, what do we got next? We've got Cyber Girl C, the third one. Which is, you know, similar to the other two. It plays very similar to our Gotcha Borg, but Hyper and Super, I don't like as much, just because, again, they have that remote weaponry, and it's just, that's really the biggest difference. Well, that, and I think Hyper looks the coolest out of the three. She's got that giant wing on her back. She looks cool. But those remote lasers, I just hate them with a passion, because they've never worked for me right, you know? Alright, next we've got Angel Rescue, I believe. One of, like, 4 Nurse Borgs, technically. And then there's one Borg that looks like a Nurse Borg, but isn't. Alright. We have to cooperate with question marks in order to defeat Death Force. Let's do it. It's Orochi. Who would have guessed? Why is she battling the Death Force? Uh-oh. It looks like we might be fighting with Orochi. Who would have ever thought that? And she's using the Strider Gotcha Borg. She's not as cool as Show, though. Like, she never actually acts nice to you. They didn't give her any extra lines to just be nice to you when she's on your team, like they gave Show. It's just, you know, it's Orochi's lines. And she's not as awesome as Show. Although her Gotcha Borgs tend to be a lot friendlier to you. But she also uses Gotcha Borgs that are a lot less effective. Alright, that's Kung Fu Master. I think that's a Gotcha Borg I'd probably get better acquainted with. Flame Ninja as well. I feel like Flame Ninja would be a Gotcha Borg I'd actually be pretty good with if I ever got the time to try. You know, it's sad. I worked on my Gotcha Borg series for 4 years, and I remember thinking expressly that there were certain Gotcha Borgs I wanted to spend more time with to get used to, because making those videos for them, I got really intimately familiar with some of them, and just, you know, I was surprised how much I really liked some of the Borgs that I'd never used before. And, you know, I honestly can't remember which ones those are. I think Flame Ninja was one. I think one of the Bomber characters I kind of wanted to use more as well. And here's, of course, her 2 lackeys. Now, what's really scary is they have a healing Borg with them. That's actually genuinely terrifying. We gotta take care of this rather quickly. I think Sapphire's the scarier of the two. I'm sure I've said that before, but Sapphire tends to be the scarier one in the AI hands. So much so that when I finally got the chance to get one, I expressly wanted Sapphire, and when I got it, I was a little disappointed. And, you know, having made Borg and stuff, I think that Ruby might gel with me a little bit better. You can lay traps and stuff with Ruby, so he's got a little bit more utility. Whereas Sapphire's a bit more just direct ranged attacker, really. You don't even need to get up close with him. Although theoretically you don't need to do that with Ruby really either. But the fact that he can set up traps and stuff just makes him a little bit more utility. I just realized Orochi has like the hugest eyelashes ever. Oh, there's what is it? Old Cyber Ninja. I think that is collectively the internet's favorite gacha board. I don't think I've ever met anyone who's disliked Cyber Ninja. And I think most commonly he's considered to be one of the best ones too. And you know, he's good, but he's also supposed to be like an endgame boss type character. So I think that goes without saying he's gonna be good, but at the same time, you know, he does what he does, and he does it well. I just think he's a bit overrated. But I also like weirder choices. Oh crap, that's an Anubis wing. Okay. This is gonna get interesting. We're basically fighting Sho, but with a much less pumped up AI. And I honestly think that Beam Gunner is gonna be the bigger, scarier threat. So let's deal with him. Just because, as scary as Anubis Wing is, similarly to Sho, it's so OP that it's a threat to its own teammates. So, you know, if we leave him out there, he might do us a few favors. Also, he might just hang out close enough that we can just charge attack. Sorry! Don't mean to attack you, Orochi. I know we're not actually enemies this time. Possibly. I also never wanted to be your enemy. You just chose to fight me because you chose to be a Death Commander. And be friends with the Ruby and Sapphire Knight. Oh, that was an exceptionally bad time for you to do that. Should have done that sooner. Ah. Cyber Atlas. He also has those little ranged satellite guns, although his are a lot bigger, obviously. Also, he's basically a giant gun cannon. I like gun cannon. I think that's a massively underrated mobile suit. It's probably my favorite out of like the initial three too, you know? Out of Project V, I know a lot of people say good things about the Gundam, but, you know, gun cannon, underrated. Gun tank was a bit weird, though. Because it wasn't really anything. Alright. Well done, Vlad.
We'll never lose.
What did we get from that fight? Anything cool that I really desperately need? Let's find out. We got a Ruby Knight crystal. That's quite good. What else we get? Kung Fu Master. Kung Fu Master is quite good. And we might get another Angel Rescue. Nope. Not this time. Are we gonna get an Anubis Wing Crystal? That'd be kind of nice. Not that I need it. And also I have Garuda, which is a better version of it, but still. Let's see what we can get. Come on, Anubis Wing. Hell yeah, Anubis Wing. In fact, it's an alt Anubis Wing.
Hey.
I think the difference is his skin color, because I noticed it looked blue and that didn't seem quite right to me. She's angry. Just generically angry at everything now. Better go rescue her again. Now, if I remember correctly, aside from that fight that Sho can jump in, this is one of the hardest fights in the game. And I think if you don't unlock Orochi, she actually fights you in this chapter as well. And it's like the worst thing ever. So like you not only have to go through this fight, but then you have to fight Orochi as well. And it's like, oh god, I don't want to do this fight. But yeah, notice, like, you know, 6,000 points. You've got like just 3 times the amount of energy that I do. That's not scary at all. Alright.
Ooh, there's an alt beam tank. You can tell because it's got a little blue band on it as opposed to a red one. And there's Pop Honey. Doing Pop Honey things. So now we get to Superman in random directions. I love you, Pop Honey. You bizarre gotcha board, you. Oh, it's an alt Pop Honey, too. It's got little sky blue speakers. That's kind of cute. I hope I don't have to deal with that again. But I probably will. Although if Orochi is smart, she'd take her out. Oh, good. It's these two. I think one of them's an alt color. Pretty sure I saw some yellow. Yep, Sapphire's an alt. Ruby seems to be normal. Ooh, don't want to get hit by that. I believe that will shrink me. And we don't want that. I would like to get rid of Sapphire Knight before it becomes a problem, though. Oh, stop hitting me with things that'll probably shrink me. I don't want to deal with that. Ever, if I can help it. Alright, Ruby Knight. Now that your partner's gone, and for some reason the AI seems to make that one stronger than you, you're in trouble. Oh, you're an alt color too, because you're also yellow. That's cool. I don't think you normally see the alts of both of them together. That's him setting up a trap that is actually kind of scary. I don't think it does a ton of damage, but it can throw you really far. His standard shot's actually scary, though. And when combined with that trap setting ability, he can kind of throw you across the room and just really ruin your day. And that's why I like him. He's just really good. That's an alt-colored Gotcha Borg. I believe he's normally yellow and green? Or blue and white. I can't quite remember. I can remember both color schemes as something. I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be yellow and green, though. Surprised how many like small details about this game I just remember offhand. Like the big stuff, yeah, I've let that sink in after years and years of playing this game, but I'm genuinely surprised that my goldfish-esque memory can retain so many little small things. Also, there's Cyber Ninja again, thus once again cementing the fact we're kind of in the end game here. I think that's an alt one too, maybe. I think I saw a different color scheme anyway. Yeah, I think he's got a little more yellow than he normally does. Whoa! Alright, to be fair, that was Deathborg Sigma. Oh, that was scary. I never noticed before, but Beam Gunner seems to show up with Cyber Ninja. I know they're kind of sort of end-game boss-type characters, so I guess they're more common together, but I didn't really think about them as, like, you know, proper teammates that just always show up together, like Ruby and Sapphire. Let's go, Orochi. It's alright. Just gotta keep hitting things so I don't die. You know the sad thing about seeing that Elemental Knight is that I keep assuming I see a gold Gotcha Borg. And I mean, I do, but not in the way I... Ah. Fighting the power of the world, are we? Ow. Yep. Just, gotta wait as he tries to hit you with a road roller. Man, that's a really good, manga. And anime. Although I'm more familiar with the anime than the manga. Also, the fighting games are quite good. I'm not gonna let you get another one off on me. Bop. Are we seriously just down to fighting Deathborgs now? That's kind of an anticlimactic pin. Ah! There's Cyber Mars. Alright, I was about to say. You know, if we're ending this with Deathborgs, that's a bit weak sauce considering what we've had to go through to get here. Let's go. I think between Cyber Mars and Machine Red, which are basically identical, I like Cyber Mars better. Like, he just looks cooler. He's got the head fins. Still has the same doofy walk, but... You know, I think out of the two, he's got the style points. And style points are important. That's an important life lesson to take away from everything. Style points. They're important.
Alright. We'll never lose.
Alright. We saved Orochi again. Let's see if we're gonna get the Cyber Ninja. I want to see if that's a different colored one. Because I think it is. We got the power of Zawardo. Nice. Chrono Samurai. His power is incredible, but at the same time it takes forever to use, and it's very, very short. So I feel like he's a gacha board that has an interesting potential, but will never be fully realized just because you can't really use it. Also, if you hit him hard enough, you can actually throw him out of it before he actually triggers it, so... Oh, cool, we're getting an alt Sapphire Knight. That's a pretty good gacha board to have. He's got kind of a gold bodysuit. Come on, alt Ruby Knight. Maybe we'll get both of them in one go. That'd be cool. Ah, Cyber Mars. Very nice. And we get a full one. Cool. I mean, all this stuff is extra. I have no use for it, but still, very cool. Come on, Cyber Ninja. And, you know, alt Ruby Knight. Both of those would be cool. I just want to be proven that I'm right about Cyber Ninja. Blue and red. Ah. Not blue and yellow, I was wrong. For once in my life, I was wrong about a thing. Ha! Alternate Cyber Ninja.
Right?
Just join us.
Huh? Sure.
If you play this, like, just fast enough, her lines are hilarious. She's like, sure, whatever.
Sure. Whatever.
Just playing those sound bites quick enough is just hilarious. But Orochi has joined us. We will promptly, like, never use her because we have Show. Let's defeat the driver units. And by drivers, I mean divers. This would be a great fight for good old Yuji. But we're not going to use Yuji because why would we use Yuji outside of Yuji-isms? We wouldn't. We'd use Show. Because Show's just better at everything than anyone else. With maybe the exception of Orochi. But even so, Show just has such a significantly higher destructive capability. As long as you stay out of his way, you're good. Really. You just have to put up with not getting cut on his edginess and pointy hair. If you can do that, you're golden. Alright. Yeah, I've always wondered. I don't think it would be the case, but I don't think I've ever seen, like, an alt Jelly Diver or Tar Diver. Like, if you ran into one that was, like, solid gold, would their jelly field be also solid gold? And, like, obstructing and impossible to see where you were going. I doubt that would be the case, but part of me kind of wishes it would be, because I think that would be just bizarre and delightful, and a cool little trophy thing to have. Like, you know, I've got the Jelly Diver that's impossible to see anything with. What do you got? Nothing, that's what. Oh my god, I'm so slow. I wonder if those fields overlap. Do they change, or do they like have additive or multiplicative effects? Or does it simply go with, hey, the Tar Diver's got a stronger field, so you know, we'll apply a Tar Diver effect. Or like if there was two Tar Divers, would we get double the effect if they were staying next to each other? I actually don't know that, and kind of want to now. Just out of curiosity more than anything. I'd really like that Tar Diver to be dead. There it is. Now I'm less scared. Because Jelly Divers aren't half as scary as Tar Divers. Same thing, but I mean, Tar divers, their field is just so scary. Although Jelly, or Jack, I believe, is just a standard Jelly diver with more health, more armor, more ammo, and a helmet that looks like a fish, so he's infinitely the best diver. You know, I've been trying to think of what would be a better partner for Yuji than a diver like Jack. And the only thing I could think of is maybe like a copy man, just because it'd be weird. But I think you'd have to like give him some kind of like thing that makes him just objectively significantly better than a copy man. Because copy men on paper are kind of interesting, but they're not very practically powerful. Even if they do become something powerful, they are a significantly weaker variation of it, and for only a few seconds. So I think he'd probably have to like have some sort of like either special ability to like eject transformations and make his transformation like permanent until he ejects from the power, or alternatively he'd have to become like a version of it for either longer or like have a perfect copy of their abilities so that he's not significantly weaker, because otherwise, you know, making a partner Borg out of a copy man would be an interesting challenge, I suppose, but it would be hard for that to be like a relevant character. Whereas at least Jack has a certain degree of actually making him scary. Copy men are relatively benign characters. And yet, weirdly enough, they're like the one character that I have like one of every special color of. For some reason, copy men just, and maybe it's just something weird for me, but weird alt like super colors are like more common if they just show up as copy men. Like copy men just have like infinitely more high chance of becoming like a crazy super rare color for some reason. I'm really surprised at how nice this is looking on the playback. I'm genuinely kind of impressed. I'm guessing we got a tar diver. Hey, we did. Not that that's surprising, really. The Oriental Battle, alright. Let's go with Show because, I mean, why wouldn't we go with Show? We're going with Show unless the mission expressly refuses, and I think there's like maybe 2 levels where you can't pick Show because like the plot says that you're fighting Show this time for training. It's like, oh. Also, he's nowhere near as hard when you have to fight him for training because he's not a tough stuff battle anymore. So they really dumbed down his AI. Which kind of sucks. Because, you know, he's supposed to be like this super badass that you potentially have lost to a whole bunch. Although you haven't if you've unlocked him to get to that point. But, you know, maybe make another reward for having to do harder training because Show's a badass or something, you know? I mean, Show is the reward. You managed to beat him every single time. But, you know, I feel like there could be something there instead of just making Show dumber for the sake of just, you know, making random training a lot easier. Because plot. This is basically just the fight of various Musha Borgs and ninjas. And I think Kung Fu Masters and Dao Masters, I believe. But otherwise, it's pretty simple fist fight. Which means my Cybergirl would completely cream all of these people. But we gotta get to her first, and I don't see that happening. Planet Hero is just really a great gacha Borg in general. Not overly complicated like Cyber Hero. Seems infinitely more effective than, say, something like Gold or Metal Hero. Although I think Gold Hero is just functionally infinitely better than Metal Hero. Metal Hero is a lot more awkward to use, especially with his special attack. Alright. I still haven't lost a single gacha Borg yet.
We are looking pretty good. I'm not really worried about this fight at all. And to be fair, I don't think we're going to run into anything too scary. This isn't a fight where they're going to summon, like, some sort of fusion Borg or something. I can show you how to really do a spinning attack there, Kung Fu Master. Alright, take out the Dao Master. And once again, super size. And then Tornado Dash. That's another one. Alright, what else we got? Ah! I do believe that's Killer Girl. I have a figure of her that I'm way too proud of, but it's one of my favorite figures. Like, seriously, my Gacha Force figures are like two of my favoriteest things that I own. I want more, but I didn't even know they existed really before that, aside from the promotional G-Red and Deathborg Omega figures that the Capcom guys who worked on this had in their office. But I think they did actually make a Gashapon line. I mean, I have two of them, so they must have. Although finding them is probably very, very difficult. I mean, hell, when I found them, they were listed as unknown anime, so... Actually, that's probably how I managed to actually get them, because if they were listed under Gacha Force, they would have been ridiculously expensive. And even so, I think someone else noticed what they were and tried to upbid them a lot, but I wasn't going to let that happen to me.
That was too easy.
That was too easy. Didn't lose a single Gacha Borg that time. Alright, what did we get? Normal Ninja. I don't even remember fighting Normal Ninja. Okay. I mean, I don't doubt he's there. It was the battle of vaguely Japanese things, but still. Never noticed before, but Normal Samurai has purple eyes. That's kind of cool. Alright, next we have Double Ninja. Basically Normal Ninja, but with double the ordnance for a little while. Although you could probably still get more out of Sasuke than you would out of a Double Ninja, I think. Just because of his Hurricane Dash and his down attack. But seriously, that Hurricane Dash is ridiculous. Ah, there's a Dao Master. Alright, next we have another Kung Fu Master, this time the alt with the yellow gloves instead of the red ones. For some reason, Katara and Nakobe are friends now. That doesn't sound right. That really doesn't sound right. Why the hell are you two together? I just noticed Nakobe has cat eyes. Hence, his name. Oh my god, it's a pun. It only took me, what, like 20 years to recognize that? Okay, those are actually both scary things. Not sure which is more of a deadly threat right now. Like, Katara's got a, he's got a Gatling gunner, which is scary, and he might have a beam gunner, but that might be his stage select counterpart. I can't quite remember. Because when you unlock the replay options for stuff, all the GF commanders have different Gacha Borgs for some reason. Y'all have parts to Fusion Borgs too, which is an interesting choice. Or at least it gives you a chance to place the fusion stuff in some capacity, I guess. Still takes a lot more micromanagement just to set up that situation, though. Alright, there we go. Hammer Knight. That's a really low tier Gacha Borg, I think. Not in the sense it's bad or anything, but it's one of those ones you see a lot in the early game, like Normal Ninja, and you don't see so much later on. Like, Nakobe is one of the better AI characters too, but I think his Gachaborgs kind of fall off eventually. Aside from, like, Vlad. Chainsaw Knight's kind of more of a mid-game sort of Gachaborg you'll see. Also, I think it has to win the award for one of the best alt colors. I'm gonna dye my armor blood red because scare tactics and style. Take that, Kataro. Yep, he's got a beam gunner. Okay, that's scary. I think Kataro is the single least used teammate I've ever used. Like, I've used Mana more than I've used Kataro. I might have used Kitsune more than I've used Kataro, and I don't think I've used Kitsune outside of when it requires you to. He stopped using a powered gunman. That's interesting. He traded up to a beam gunner, I guess. Although Billy gets a good chunk of style points compared to a regular revolver gunman. He's got the stylish blue hair.
That was too easy.
Well done, show. Hey, what did we get? If we got Hammer Knight, this game wants us to have some bad Gachaborgs. Oh, some weaker tier ones. Ha! First time. What else we got? Did we get Vlad? That seems unlikely. Beam Gunner. That's a good one. Hey, we got the full Beam Gunner too. I don't think Beam Gunner's a Gachaborg I particularly care much for. Like, he's definitely like one of those end game sort of bossy kind of Gachaborgs, but he doesn't hit right for me. Oh, let's train with Tetsuya and Kitsune. We're strong and worth that. When have you ever been strong, Kitsune? I will give Tetsuya a pass because he's delightfully average, but you are not strong. You have never been strong. You will never be strong. Also, my teammates show, so just go cower in the corner for a while. I don't even need to lift a finger to beat you. But I will because I'm a better fighter than Sho is. That's how I unlocked him. Whoop. I don't think Kitsune is terribly threatening. He's got like some of the most benign machine Borgs ever. Really. Like, Isaac's scary because he's, you know, just in general, he's got some decent attacks, but Magnet Robot, not scary. That's a Samurai Shogun. We really need to take him out. That's a Gachaborg I kind of like a fair bit. I think whenever I look at him, I end up lumping him right next to, like, Chrono Samurai, just because they've got, like, those big things on their backs, but the two are not remotely equal. I think, whereas Chrono Samurai is a Gachaborg that has great potential that never really gets to show it off, Shogun is basically just a great Gachaborg. It's definitely one of the better characters you can get in the game. Its special's a little hard to hit with, but if it does, it hits hard. And it's especially effective against big things that can't dodge. Alright. Yeah, there's good old Isaac. The claw robot with cat ears. Piloted by a guy named after a fox. Usually teamed up with a guy named after a cat. Who might be part cat. Figure that out. Boom. There we go. That's taken out Kitsune and Tetsuya. Good work, Sho. He's just the ultimate partner. That's all there is to it. And what did we get this time? We've got... Samurai Shogun. And that's it, really.
That's a bit disappointing. Let's fight Yuji and Usagi. Because why not? Oh my god! We're fighting a bunch of Yujis because that's just how Yuji rolls. They never explain that, by the way. You don't suddenly get a bunch of Yujis just running around or anything, cloning himself. That would have been interesting. Alright, well, if you're using Yuji, I'm going to use his partner. Because he's found a better partner. That's me. Besides, Usagi used to be my old partner. I can't use her now, so might as well use Sho. Yuji's a very Yuji character. Definitely draws attention wherever he goes. You gotta love him for that. He's definitely comfortable with himself, and you gotta appreciate that. Your Diet Clone Planet Hero doesn't scare me, Yuji. Mostly because you can only be him for like 10 seconds. And you're not gonna do half as much as I can in that time. Quick Valkyrie. If I could have intercepted a shot, I could have done a lot of damage there. Barrier Girl. It's the Mega Man Gotcha Borg. And it's very, very good, and I kind of want to add it to my team. I'm a little bit worried about the end of the game, honestly. Because I feel like I need to do a lot more team building than what I've got so far, but I've also got no points to do it with. And I don't want to, like, grind points, but I also don't want to get rid of too many characters that I have either. There's Kay. There she goes. I just gotta deal with Yuji. Sorry, Sho. To be fair, you've done enough damage to me. I think it's fair that you can will friendly fire yourself, but, you know. Nicely done. Oh, crap. Alright, well, we killed the time bomb. Or the walking bomb, rather. So I think we're good. Show off my mad breakdancing skills. Windmill it! I love that Jack's helmet is literally an anglerfish. It's just so much cuter than the regular jelly diver. You stick around for the Yujiisms every single time. Alright. G. We got K. That's a really rare one. It's really hard to get partner Borgs. Hey, and we actually got to make a K. That's exciting. She's a good old battle girl with a lever on her hip that I don't know what that does. I think that supposedly summons like missiles or something. And a trucker hat because she's got style like a trucker. Alright, next we have it's Command Girl. She looks kind of like Barrier Girl, but she's less cool because she doesn't have a barrier. But she's got a really good gun. But I think Barrier Girl's better. And Jelly Diver. But alas, that is it. And you know, we've been going for over an hour, so I think that'll be it for tonight. But I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, follow the stream so we go live, because we try and stream as often as possible. Tomorrow we will be back with Sega Saturn Day. I gotta figure out what the hell we're playing for that. Yeah, I got no idea right now. We'll figure it out. But you might also want to check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel, see everything else I do. I just put out my ActRaiser video about why Square Enix absolutely needs to stop remaking stuff because they're not good at it. Not that I'm still bitter about that at all. But you might also want to see other stuff on there too, which is cool. And if you really liked it, maybe check out the show's PayPal or Patreon. Support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my ability, which in this case is play one of my favorite games of all time and get back into the swing of streaming regularly, which is nice, and also marvel at how nice this looks on playback. So hopefully this looks really, really good on the VOD, so yeah, let me know, I guess. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, Internet.